Welcome to the Python Paradox, changing ecology one line at a time. This video explores the dark irony of Python, the world's biggest code and its namesake. Python dominates global tech, powering 80% of AI. Yet its namesake, the Burmese python, is collapsing. The paradox is that the tech supply chain drives habitat destruction, while the snake is simultaneously an invasive species in places like the Florida Everglades. Our aesthetic tone uses Victorian engravings and cutout collage, creating an absurd juxtaposition. The irony is recursive. We use the aesthetic of the comedy troupe the language was named after to document the ecological collapse the language accelerates. Part 1 is the hook. Guido van Rossum named Python after Monty Python's flying circus, not the snake. However, the intertwined serpents got the logo, the icon, the brand. The animal became the abstraction. Part 2 provides context. Python is the most popular language, powering 80% of AI. Meanwhile, the Burmese python is vulnerable after a 30% population drop in 10 years, primarily due to overharvesting and habitat destruction. Part 3 is the main explanation. Python's philosophy, PEP20, states, "Beautiful is better than ugly." Yet, 500,000 python skins are exported annually, turning a $30 village skin into a $15,000 Milan handbag. The beauty is literally extracted. We compare the digital code with the ecological ledger. For instance, errors should never pass silently, contrasts with the 30% decline of the Indian python due to mining, an error that passed silently. Part 4 is the key insight. PEP20 claims, namespaces are one honking great idea. Python's digital namespace expands across the world, but the actual Python's namespace is collapsing, with 40% of reticulated python habitat gone. The language consumes its namesake. This creates the Silicon Ouroboros, a recursive supply chain. Python code powers AI, demanding massive data centers. This triggers land clearing and habitat loss, ultimately driving the python's decline. More Python code is then written to optimize the extraction. Part 5 explores why it matters. PEP20 advises, in the face of ambiguity, refuse the temptation to guess. There is no ambiguity here. The Burmese python is simultaneously dying in Asia and destroying the Florida Everglades as America's most destructive invasive predator. This is the geographic paradox. While species are harvested to vulnerability in native habitats, the invasive python is decimating native Florida wildlife. Raccoon, opossum, and bobcat populations are down dramatically, and the marsh rabbit is effectively extinct. Part 6 offers a strong ending. The implementation is, name your language after an animal. Use that language to build systems that destroy the animal's habitat. Never mention the connection. We are changing the ecology, one line at a time. This is the Python Paradox Species Irony Dialectic. Subscribe for more stories that hold both ledgers in the same frame.